complicado para Argentina, ya que el jueves a las 9:30 de la mañana en el campo número 9 podremos asistir al partido de los partidos, el partido que nadie se va a perder, el partido que todo el mundo quiere otear, que quiere ver, y desde cualquier parte del mundo podremos observar. Hablamos, como no, de España-Argentina. Vamos a pasar sin más dilación el paso a nuestro compañero Antonio Villar, que en directo para la televisión de la Federación Española PC comentará el partido al lado de Juan Pineda. Antonio, te paso la conexión, todo tuyo, hermano.
De competición de la Copa del Mundo aquí celebrada en Salou desde por la mañana. Muy prontito vamos a darle ya al partidazo.
We're getting set for day 4 of the 2024 IFCPF Men's World Cup, and we're getting started with a clash of two of the very, very best of this wonderful sport of ours. Ukraine and Argentina will face off for a 9:30 kickoff, and this should be absolutely wonderful. Ukraine, of course, world champions last time around and started their tournament this time with a win, and we'll try and follow it up with 2 wins from 2. And Argentina will stand in their way in their quest to do so. My name is Oliver Walker-Peel. It is a pleasure to have your company. We're going to start our 3 games with a early one, a 9:30 start local time for Ukraine and Argentina. Oliver Walker-Peel is my name. It is a pleasure to have your company. And we'll have a look at the lineups. Of course, we're seeing Ukraine for the second time. Argentina are the last team to make their tournament debut, and they will do so this morning. And we'll start with Argentina, who in goal will go with number 12, Facundo Godoy. At the back, they've got number 2, Mariano Cortez, number 3, Rodrigo Lugrin, and number 4, the captain, Germán Romusi. In midfield, number 7, Bautista Suarez, number 8, Matias Bassi, and number 10 is Christian Bijodo. For Ukraine, they make 3 changes from the side that defeated Spain by 4-0 on match day 1. In come Anton Balakai, hat-trick hero Ole Len will go from the start, and Yaroslav Chernyshев comes in also. Out of the starting 7, drop Bodan Dembik, who has since been reclassified from an FT1 to an FT2. Also, Ivan Danenko and Vitaly Trushev. So the team as follows. In goal is number 12, Bodan Kulinic. At the back, number 2, Anton Balakai. Number 7, Vitaly Ramonchuk, the Ukraine captain. And number 9 is Yaroslav Chernyshев. In midfield will be Edar Karamenian. And in front of him, we will see a front 2 of Ole Len, number 3. And number 8 is Artem Sheremet on the respective benches for both of these sides. Argentina, the backup goalkeeper, is number 1, Nahuel Gutierrez. Number 5, Carlos Carrizo. Number 6, Mariano Morana. Number 11, Rodrigo Luquez. Number 13, Renzo Alanis. And number 14, Matias Vera. A note that Matias Fernandez is suspended for the next 2 matches. He had a 2-game ban, that carried over from the Parapanam Championships. The Parapanam Games that took place in Santiago late last year. He was suspended after the final that they lost to Brazil. And on the bench for Ukraine, the backup goalkeeper is number 1, Dmitro Kravets. Number 6, Stanislav Podolsky. Number 10 is Ivan Danenko. Number 11, Vitaly Trushev. 13 is Anatoly Radovinchik. And number 14 is Ivan Shkvalo. So Argentina will make their first World Cup appearance of the year this morning. Of course, the quirk of the fact we've got 3 teams in this group is that one of them can't have played yet, and Argentina had the bye, if you like, in match day 1. I suppose it's now technically the second round of matches, but not for Argentina and Marcelo Sanchez, who was very unlucky to see his team not claim the ultimate regional prize last year. Will look to try and make a play on the world stage now. And they have plenty of experience in their team. Rodrigo Legreen is one player who is to watch at the back, but can go forward and make an impact too. And not the noted captain today, but has had that responsibility in the past. And for Ukraine, it's the same names that we previewed before the first game of the tournament that will probably pop up again. Ole Len was spectacular. Managed to score a hat-trick coming off the bench. But in terms of names from the off, Anton Balakai has been good as well. Did well in the start to his tournament. Be interesting to see how Ukraine go. There's 3 games today. There's another massive one coming up at 3 o'clock between England and Brazil. And of course there we'll see a similar scenario to what we're seeing here. We're going to see continental champions in Brazil against continental runners-up in England, as we're seeing here, with the winners of the Euros Ukraine and the losers in the final of the Parapan in Argentina. And the final game of the day, 5:30 p.m. local time, is Canada and Japan. As we start to see the Ukraine players make their way out of the dressing room. Substitutes, and the Lakers, Serhii Ovcharenko, will have a second look at his team. We've got Alex Pereño again helping us through, and the microphone's gone for him as soon as I try and throw to him. We're back with him. Ukraine were so good in that win over Spain to start the tournament. They were challenged under lights by the hosts, but once the resistance was able to break, they were then able to have their way. As a bit of wind wreaking havoc with the teepees and umbrellas and whatever else that's going to be a feature of the day. We're also likely to see a little bit of rain for the first time in the tournament, which is not something we're perhaps looking forward to, but is part and parcel. As Ukraine in their yellow shirts are making their way down the steps. Argentina in that blue and white number that we'll see for the first time in the tournament. So a meeting of 2 huge nations in this sport. Argentina have improved from years gone by. They were a middling of the road type nation in these tournaments, but now the expectations have been changed slightly, and that's for the better for their point of view. For Ukraine, it's always the same. There is always an attempt to try and win it. And with a win here, they can formally book their place in the top 8 of the competition, as that's what we expect regardless, but it's always better to have it done. The officiating team leads the players out. And there is a sense of occasion about this, as there will be, particularly the first 2 games of the 3, but there always is with World Cup matches. And it will be on show right here. We will pause in a moment for the national anthems once the players get to the middle of Ukraine and Argentina. So the national anthem's done, and Alex Pereño has got his microphone back. It was briefly quietened and muted with a bit of technical problems, but all good to go now by the sounds. As we have some photos in the middle and some handshakes as the officiating team are there with the 2 captains. The officiating team will be led by Daniel Wong of Singapore.
Argentina la que juega a nuestra derecha, la posición de las cámaras. Recordamos que podemos seguir por YouTube, por la página de la Federación Española de PC, en directo este partido. Volvemos a saludar, como no, a los visitantes de nuestra
As team photos will take place, Ukraine are over to take theirs at the moment, and Argentina will do likewise in a moment. Paul Aguilar is over to take those, who himself has featured at international football level, playing for Spain and has played in a World Cup too. Now having a look at the other side of the game. All the talking almost over. The football about to start. First game of the day in what is quite an unusual one, with the fact that there's no game in the middle that leaves a break. Of course, that would have been the second game of Group A that will obviously not take place, but this one will. And Argentina will kick us off in the hope of trying to make a play in this tournament. They were so unlucky losing after extra time to Brazil in Santiago last year. But they were able to take it all the way up to one of the world's best, and will have another opportunity to do so here. Here's Cheryshev, one of the three changes that we talked about previously. As Godoy goes long, and it finds its way through to Facundo Godoy, the 21-year-old Argentinian goalkeeper in his first World Cup. So Suarez gave it away. There's Anton Balakai, good challenge, sliding in to win it back. The game is opened up from Bijordo towards Blue Green. Argentina looking comfortable on the ball at the moment. And that was a bit more incisive. The effort just wide from Matias Bassi. But wide all told. First shot in anger was of an Argentinian one, but off target. As Ukraine immediately looked long, the ball was allowed to bobble. And Ukraine have a player down. Argentina will go on with it. Here's Suarez, who was well dealt with by Cheryshev. And Chenish, I should say, at the back for Ukraine. As we've got Romanchuk down. Argentina also with a player down.
Bueno, pues se ha levantado ese capitano, el capitán de Ucrania.
Romanchuk is okay by the looks. Matias Bassi is back up. He was the player with that early opportunity for Argentina that he couldn't quite take. And play will shortly be restarted. Ball towards Len. As Ukraine briefly lost it, but just as quickly have it back. Balakai. Well, Len. Kulinic looks for Len and finds him. first touch, but ball was quickly taken away, and now maybe a chance for Bijordo, who looked to play it forward, and Kulinic was in the right spot. Look for a split second like he might be looking to catch the goalkeeper out, but as it evolved, it looked like more of a pass. Kulinic, who has started both of the group games for Ukraine, and that will go goalkeeper to goalkeeper, with Godoy able to deal with that. He's one of a number of players in this Argentina squad who has featured at the Club World Cup for Club Atletico Argentino Cidelli, but first time at a Men's World Cup in an international sense for his country. Ramusi did well to move up and over halfway. It's sent down the line for Batista Suarez, who was trying to buy a corner and couldn't. So there was a foul after the ball had gone. The ball slammed into the Argentina bench. In a rather interesting fashion from Mariano Cortez, but no one's injured, and so no worries, I suppose. Kulinic looking towards Ole Len, who will keep it in play and will help win inside a corner of Herman Ramusi. Gone out for a throw, in fact. Just the other side of the corner flag. Argentina now have one of their own. It's over with Bijordo. Then found Bassi, looking then for Le Green, who will try and keep it in, but is unable to. Bassi. Le Green. Sliding in there. Ole Len. Play for Argentina, ball in. Bassi with a switch, and ball disappearing behind for an Argentina goal kick. Long ball forward towards Len. It's a clever idea to try and flick it over Herman Ramusi. Ball all the way back to the goalkeeper, and Kulinic was almost sold short. Ball high and allowed to bounce. Ranchuk got something on it, but Green was able to find it. Scored a brace, did Argentina's number 3 in the 10-0 win over Canada in the last Parapanam games, as Bijordo down the Argentina left, trying to curl one, and couldn't curl it far enough. Goal kick taken short and returned back to Kulinic. Well played from Mariano Cortez to affect that. Well played by Bijordo. Chance for Suarez, who will roll it across. Opportunity is there, and it was blocked away as Bassi was trying to curl it. For a bit of finesse for the far corner. Cortez rolls forward. Could be a chance for Bassi, who went over, but nothing doing. With Bonan Kulinic, who is one of a number, trying to go back-to-back in terms of the fact that they were involved in the 2022 squad, as he was. Bassi finds Bijordo. A good start is from Argentina. He'll try and curl one again, and beaten away by Bonan Kulinic. He's loving cutting inside at the moment, off the Argentina left, and find that far corner. He's tried on 3 occasions now. So here's Bijordo on that right foot. Green battling forward alongside the opposite number 3 in Olelen, who is Ukraine's FT3 in this 7. You can only have one of those at any given time on the park. Suarez. Argentina building. A shot from distance was never really going to trouble Bonan Kulinic from Mariano Cortez. Karamanian is the player down. Just caught in the challenge. So Romanchuk was very strong in asking for a yellow card. Yellow card that isn't going to be brandished as of yet. Long ball towards Olelen, who was in behind. Cortez got something on it to flick it behind for a corner. Almost got all the way over. And that's how quickly Ukraine can turn defense into attack. There's an option short for Ukraine here that they don't like to use, and trying to play off the green again. From via Clara. Corner again from Karamanian. Might disappear through for Chernish, but well, out to play before it did. Romanchuk over for Len. Got it prodded away. Suarez tries to move it quickly, perhaps too quickly. Len away from a couple of Argentinian players. Romanian rode the challenge. Now with Balakai, right edge of the area. Len is in space and he crashes one against the post. The rebound back to Chernichev, and that one was well wide. Opportunity for Ole Len, who was unmarked. He was desperately unlucky not to break the deadlock. Bijordo slipped, regained his footing and went after the ball. He then fouled Balakai in doing so. Kulinic towards Len. Had Romanchuk up with him, who got to the ball. And the ball eventually helped behind by Matthias Bassi for another Ukraine corner. It's taken short. Romanchuk. Over for Anthems Sheramet. And again is sent out of play. Conor Godoy thought that they had that one covered before Cortez came in and took it away from him. As, again, each team have a player down here. Bassi is back up for Argentina, who themselves have got Karamanian back up, so both teams still with 7 on the pitch. Chanish. Now Karamanian, who will locate Artem Sheramet. Ukraine happy to keep it here. Chanish rolling forwards. Unable to trap it, Vitaly Romanchuk. Ball sent down the line and there was a battle for it. Len was crashed into from behind by Herman Ramusi, who will at least earn himself a word. It's close to a card that Daniel Wong elects not to bring out. That was a 50-50 one in that regard, I reckon. Beyond 20 gone in the first half. And we're still goalless here. Not been all that many chances and no real saves for either goalkeeper to make, particularly in the last 10 minutes. There might be a chance here, though. There's Bijordo again trying to make his way forward. He's had a couple of sighters, but nothing that Kulinic has really had to deal with. They've all been from range. There's been no clear-cut chances. This is Bijordo! That's his Warmup. In off the left and trying to just bend one into that far corner. Can't have been too far away from finding it there. Again, it's sent long towards Len. It's a masterful first touch, his second brilliant, and his third provides the goal. And that's all it takes. A long ball forward to Ole Len, who took it down so well. The second touch into space, the third found the corner. Devastatingly brilliant from Ukraine and Ole Len, who already has his fourth of the tournament. And Argentina have had enough of the play to be encouraged. They said haven't really tested Kulinic, but some of the approach play has been positive, but they've just got to be careful that they don't let things slip now. Their approach will have to change now at some point. Whether Marcelo Sanchez likes to do it immediately, we'll have to find out, but they don't want this getting out of hand, at least before the break. Another foul. This one against Bassi, who will be booked for it. First yellow card of the encounter. He's showing the way of Argentina's number 8. Ole Len, free kick on the way. He faces a two-man Argentinian wall. Len, low and parried by goalkeeper Godoy, and there was no Ukrainian attacker on the doorstep. It was smart from Le Green just to ensure that the goalkeeper had enough time to make the second bit of work easy. Le Green and Bijordo perhaps looked the most threatening in that Argentina blue and white in an attacking sense. Pass across is a poor one though. Turned over by Cortez, and there's an opportunity for Ukraine across the face, and it was taken away from Romanchuk. Len was looking to be the provider down the left, and maybe they might be caught cold here. Bijordo over towards Suarez, who will hit one, and parried by the goalkeeper. Kulinic able to make the first save, and it will drift towards the line as there's a second ball on the pitch. And just about gone behind for an Argentina corner, which they roll short by Suarez for Bijordo. Now all the way back to Mariano Cortez, 2016 Paralympian. And he was also here 2 years ago in Salou for the 2022 edition of this tournament. The green goes infield as it's again worked over to the left. Bijordo. Bassi towards the edge of the box. Ball will be kept in play by Le Green, who works it back for Bijordo, trying the fancy feet. Cortez. That didn't work for him. Ball towards the left, and Ramusi will cut it out. Now potential space for Bijordo. Again, he's trying every single time to just get it inside that right hand upright as he sees it. If you're Serhii Ovcharenko, surely you should just tell your defenders just to show him to his left. And maybe that was the instruction, but he's doing all his work from the left to the right as Ukraine are maybe on the count here. Karamanyan across. Romanchuk with a blast, but one that went offline. Sharamet looking to go direct. Romanchuk will then return it back. Balakai, who will have a look. And that one also wide. Over towards the right for Batista Suarez. Ramusi has it. Inboard Bassi! What a save! Kulinic called into action for the first time. Down away to his right. Made a perler of a save. Bassi in space. He shoots and that one swerves over the top. Bodan Kulinic keeping his team in front with a great save down low to deny what would have been Argentina's first World Cup goal at this tournament. As mentioned earlier, they are the last team to make their tournament debut. Long again from Kulinic. Again looking for Ole Len, who scored the opening goal of the game and so far the only one. Balakai and Len. All worked in board, took a flick on the way, but Argentina get it clear, and Bassi can look for Bijordo on the left. This is promising. Bijordo across. The opportunity for Bassi. That took a deflection and went behind for a corner. Argentina are here to play. And Suarez will go over to take this corner towards the end of the 30. Suarez with one arm aloft. It's high towards the back post, and Ramusi was unmarked there, but a little bit too long as eyes can start to turn towards fourth official Keith Stroud shortly, who will tell us how many minutes of added time we'll see. Looks like 2 minutes. Ole Len. And that one, not what he hoped for. And those 2 minutes confirmed by our English fourth official, Keith Stroud, who still referees in the Championship in England and across the 2 major cup competitions, in the FA Cup and the League Cup, or the Carabao Cup as it's known. Got quite the CV. As Cortez will again try and look long for an option at the edge of the box. Balakai rolls one down the line. Romanchuk was there. Once helped away. Bassi all the way back for Kundugodoi, who is in all green, including the boots. Can appreciate the colour coordination. Ball trickles through. Bobbled up on Sheremet, but didn't matter in the end. Ramusi, and that will be meat and drink for the Ukraine goalkeeper, who collapses on the ball, perhaps in an effort just to waste a little bit of time to take us through to the half-time interval, which he does. Daniel Wong signals the end of the first half, and it was a really good first half. We saw a great game last night between Germany and Ireland, and this one has carried on the good football. The only goal from Ole Len was a goal kick from Kulinic that found him. He chested down to the edge of the box and only needed 2 more touches to find the bottom corner in what was a quite wonderful goal. Argentina have shown signs, and they've been really impressive, but have nothing to show for it on the scoreboard. Ukraine do, and that's the difference. Half-time from Salou. Game 1 of 3 today. It's Ukraine 1, Argentina 0.
Bueno, pues estamos aquí con uno de los porteros de la selección española que, como comentábamos antes, también han venido a ver el partido, con Borja Pombo. Borja, buenos días.
Buenos días, Alex.
Bueno, tienes frío, ¿eh? Te veo que tienes un poco de frío, ¿no?
Un poquito.
Pero un tío vasco como tú, ¿cómo va a tener frío, hombre? Bueno, Borja, oye, ¿te ha sorprendido Argentina? A nosotros nos ha sorprendido bastante. Está desplegando un muy buen juego.
Sí, ha salido muy intenso, a petar arriba a Ucrania, a ver si sorprendía. Pero bueno, Ucrania sabemos que es un equipo que aguanta muy bien las cometidas del rival y pincha cuando puede.
Bueno, ¿y qué esperáis de ese partido que vais a disputar el jueves? Partido de los partidos, ¿no? Contra Argentina.
Eso es, vamos a dejar todo. Estamos ya preparando el partido y nada, con mucha ganas de que llegue y a ganar.
Personalmente, Borja, ¿cuántas internacionalidades, cuántos campeonatos del mundo llevas?
Este es el tercero, llevo un europeo además.
Veterano ya, ¿no? En la selección, Borja.
Sí, por edad sí, aunque hay compañeros más jóvenes que llevan más tiempo que yo, pero sí, de los veteranos.
¿Y cómo ves el ambiente dentro de la selección con esos chavales jóvenes que suben y que juegan de maravilla? ¿Qué tal el ambiente que se respira aquí este año en Salou?
Fenomenal, llevamos desde hace 3 años con un grupo muy chulo, en convivencia y en nivel, así que es muy ameno y muy gratificante estar aquí.
Pues nada, Borja, te deseamos a ti y a los compañeros toda la suerte para el jueves. Estaremos ahí con vosotros comentando y animando dentro de lo que podamos. Y un placer. Te veo en la liga, ¿no? Este año también hay liga, ¿no, Borja?
Eso es, ahí estaremos.
¿Con qué equipo juegas? Con el Disport, ¿no?
No.
Es fichaje de última hora. Este hombre juega en la Liga Nacional, juega evidentemente con el Eibar, un equipazo, un equipo. El año pasado la liga fue increíble y bueno, esperamos que este año también. ¿Qué esperáis para este año, Borja?
Campeonar. No hay otro. El objetivo es ganar.
Ganar, lo tiene claro, don Borja Pombo. Aparte de un gran deportista, una bella persona. Pues nada, desde aquí volvemos a despedir la conexión. Vamos a buscar, creemos que hay un aficionado de Argentina. Vamos a intentar hablar con él y si pudiésemos también con alguien de Ucrania. Los voy a buscar y venimos enseguida. No se muevan, señora. Tómese el desayuno, que estamos aquí en un minuto. Déjeme un minuto y estamos aquí. Bueno, pues lo prometido es deuda. Habíamos ido a buscar a un hombre que habíamos visto aquí, argentino. Buenos días.
Hola, buenos días.
¿Tu nombre?
Franco.
Franco. Bueno, Franco, que sepas que te están viendo o bien en directo o bien en diferido, te verán en Argentina, en tu país. Bueno, explícame, aparte de animar a tu selección, ¿qué haces aquí? ¿Por qué has venido? ¿Con quién has venido? Y evidentemente no te voy a preguntar con quién vas, con la selección argentina, pero ¿cuál es el motivo de estar aquí? ¿Por qué has venido y con quién?
Bueno, en realidad tengo un amigo que juega acá en la selección y bueno, vi que que estaba el campeonato acá. Yo vivo muy cerca, en un pueblo cerca, así que nada, me acerqué a alentar acá a los muchachos.
¿Conocías el fútbol, PC?
He visto alguna vez en un paralímpico, pero bueno, no tenía mucho conocimiento, la verdad. Está bueno que se hagan estas cosas.
Está muy bueno, como decís en Argentina. Bueno, hablando del partido de hoy, espectacular Argentina, Franco?
Están jugando muy bien, la verdad. Ojalá que se pueda revertir ahora el partido en segundo tiempo.
Bueno, vamos a ver, Ucrania el otro día con España también se fue al banco con 1-0 y después, pues bueno, metió una marcha más y llegó a ese 4-0. Vamos a ver, pero realmente Argentina nos está gustando. ¿Quién es tu amigo en la selección, si se puede decir?
El número 8, Matías.
Matías, Mati, ¿no? Que le llamamos.
Exactamente.
Un astro del malón, ¿eh? Un mago, Mati, un mago. Bueno, estás ahí acompañado también de más gente de Argentina que ha venido. Pues nada, aprovecha, te están viendo en Argentina, te está viendo tu familia, toda tu gente que te quiere. Estoy seguro que eres una gran persona. Dedica unas palabras para ellos.
Bueno, un saludo muy grande para mi familia, para la ciudad de Mar del Plata y bueno, para toda la gente que está viendo esto desde allá.
Pues nada, Franco, un placer, muchas gracias. Que vaya muy bien, mucha suerte. Y nada, teníamos también a un aficionado de Argentina, vive en Reus, pero no se ha perdido la oportunidad de venir a ver fútbol PC. Y es que siempre lo decimos, no dejen de ver deporte adaptado. En este caso, fútbol PC. Auténticos cracks, auténtico deporte de élite, evidentemente como cualquier otro deporte. Y aquí estamos para contarlo y cantarlo. Franco, un placer hablar contigo. Nosotros nos vamos a descansar un minuto y volvemos para dar el comienzo de la segunda parte de este apasionante Ucrania-Argentina.
Welcome back to live coverage of the 2024 IFCPF Men's World Cup. And it is Ukraine who lead at the break in game one of day 4 of the IFCPF Men's World Cup.
Jueves, no miércoles, como dije el otro día.
Second round
Partido de los partidos, el partido. Uno de los partidos más importantes a nivel mundial de PC. Que juega la selección argentina contra España.
Well, technically the first round of matches, but have shown signs of that first appearance of the tournament, but still are behind. Vitaly Romanchuk, who will get us back underway. The Ukraine captain who scored their opening goal of the tournament. And we're underway in this second half. It will be a measuring stick half an hour for Argentina, just to see where they are really placed in this World Cup hierarchy. Are they a team that we think could maybe make a play, or are they not quite there yet? They've made strides. Can they match it with Ukraine for another half an hour and take it from there? Goal kick here for Bodan Kulinic. Ball bounces in front of Romanchuk. It's skewed high from Tias Bassi, who is the only player with a yellow card in this game. Picked one up for a foul in the first half. Ball had stayed in play when Palakai thought it had gone. Could be a chance here for Bassi, who's inside the box. And there's a foul on Karamanian just as Argentina were queuing up a shot. Kondo Godoy is just sorting something out on his person. Make that a goal. It's gone in off the post. And there's a second for Vitaly Romanchuk. Meant to say that it was Kulinic who was just getting himself ready to take the goal kick. He then sent it long, and Vitaly Romanchuk was able to get one in off the post. He's got his second of the tournament, and Ukraine have got a break.
En 3 minutos llevamos de la segunda parte. Ucrania 2, Argentina 0.
Great finish by Vitaly Romanchuk. Means now that both of Ukraine's goal scorers have multiple goals at the tournament, and they are searching for more. And another yellow card comes out as Cortez committed a foul on Ole Len, who was the first half goal scorer. Chuck standing over the free kick. Matthias Bassi is part of the wall that is now retreating. It's hit towards goal and really well saved by Godoy. It's a little bit of a tough task, but he was able to do the job required. Showing all the way back to the goalkeeper, and Kulinic sends it behind for a corner. That's not a ball he wanted at all. And he saw fit to send it behind. Suarez will send the corner towards the back post! And Argentina have one back! An instant response! Matthias Bassi gets the goal for Argentina! And after a great first half, the reward perhaps delayed, but reward all the same for efforts. And we're back to a one-goal margin. What a wonderful response to the concession. The best team in the world scoring against you can probably deflate you a little bit. Most teams would be deflated by that. And Argentina have gone down the other end and got it back. The assistant referee has seen something. It's a foul throw. Was very quick to spot it. And as the back of that net rippled, the complexion of the game instantly changed. Ukraine perhaps not as secure as they would have thought. They've got a corner to try and regain that two-goal margin here. But a commendable response by Marcelo Sanchez's charges. Corner to follow for Ukraine that goes short from Balakai. Sheremet. It's given away, and Sheremet has miscued that. Mijoro will try and run it down. Beckoned for the ball quickly and got it. Suarez looking for the crossfield ball that will drift through to Ramusi, whose effort was rather poor. But Sheremet is down. And he might require a little bit of treatment here. Right, we're set to get back underway. Bautista Suarez. It's a switch by the goal scoring Bassi towards number 3 in Le Grin, who kept it in but couldn't keep the ball. As sliding in was Cortez. Len will take the space vacated by that missed challenge. And a crunching tackle from Ramusi was a smart one, a strong one, and all fair. Ball out of play for an Argentina ball in. Bijordo. Suarez and now with Cortez. Too expansive that from Bautista Suarez. Out of play it goes for a Ukraine ball. As there is a change for Ukraine and Karamanian will come off and Stanislav Podolski will make his second appearance of the tournament. Both of those have come off the bench. Ball towards Ole Len, who has it taken off his toes. Ramusi will keep it in. And line for Suarez. Got a foot to it. And that one out of play from Balakai. All over towards Lugrin, but he couldn't run it down. Ball from Kulinic. Headed out wide towards the green. Suarez waits just above the byline, turns and crosses in. Too much on it for Ramusi, and it's a goal kick to follow. Sun's out at the moment in Salou. Don't think it's projected to stay out all day, with rain forecast, particularly for the final game of the day between Canada and Japan. As Suarez races down to keep that in, lays it back, Bassi into the box. Was helped away first by Sheramet. Len works it back to Chunish. Ukraine possessing a 2-1 lead. They were a goal up at half time, but goal apiece in the second. It's kept the margin the same. There's the ball down the line. It's out of play for goal kick. Ball over, was looking for Ramusi, not a bad idea at all, but out of play it went. Ramusi played it the 2019 and 2023 Parapanam Games, and also at the last World Cup. 28 years of age, as that one's going towards us, and thank goodness the netting's there. Kulinish. Sheremet will find Podolski. The Ukrainian captain involved, helping it on. Ole Len, as Balakai joins the attack, looking to lay it across, but Argentina getting numbers back. Switched over, and it's out of play from Ramusi. Len. Sheremet. Len again. The ball over towards the right. Chested down, but too strong from Anton Balakai, who scored in the European Championships final last year against England. Suarez was involved, and Bassi was trying to help it on. Came in as Ramusi tried to help it over the top for Bijordo. Podolski unable to keep that in. Argentina building here. Ball across from Bassi. Le Green from range and spilling. Spot on Kulinish. Perhaps not as assured there as he usually looks, but still able to make the save, and that was his aim. Great play again by Len. Moves down the left, trying to roll it across, and it's diverted towards his own goal by Bassi, but that was exactly where he wanted it to go. With Godoy there. Ball down the left, Suarez trying to roll it central. The idea was a good one, but in the end, couldn't quite work out. Given away by Ukraine. Le Green, oh, a heavy touch. The ball got away from Bassi when an opportunity might have presented itself if it hadn't. Suarez won it back. Over towards the right. Ramusi is there. Suarez down low. And again, Suarez helped it back to Ramusi. Line battles for it. Clearance blocked as Malachi went down and then had to get back up again with Bishordo on the ball. We'll see. Bassi came off the bench against Ukraine at the last World Cup. Started here and scoring here. Argentina lost that game by 5-1 2 years ago. And even only with that stat, you can see here how far they've come. Moving towards the final 10 of the hour. Ukraine still lead by 2-1. Ole Len and Vitaly Romanchuk, the goal scorers for Serhii Ovcharenko's men. Let's see, Bassi with his goal a few minutes ago has made things really interesting. Bassi. Green looking for Bishordo, helped away by Anton Balakai. This result not assured yet. Helped in short. Bishordo battling for it towards the touchline and then had to go towards the byline, and it was part of the Argentinian contingent that thought there was a free kick there, but I think doing according to Daniel Wong. They will have a throw here though. Still more than enough time for them to restore parity here. Green it down the line, and that was rather tame from Bishordo. Ball worked down the channel. Despite Ukraine trying to go left, they've had to work it all the way around, and they failed in their attempts to do so. Now with Cortez. Bishordo again, trying to step his way through, lost it. Len took over, and Bassi had fouled his man. Advantage was played, and it's brought back by Daniel Wong. Took a little while to do it, but it was the correct call. Balakai. Ball again from Kulinic. It's a playoff. Argentina's number 3 in Le Green. And line, Suarez to shoot, saw it blocked, but Ukraine still having to defend. Argentina not thinking about throwing the towel in at all. It's wonderful to see. Ball shaped in, and the header over the top from Balakai, which he'd be happy with. The direction on the header was interesting, but it did what it had to do. The resulting corner to be sent in. Curve towards the back post, headed across, and the green couldn't get to it. Pulled back, and Argentina were millimetres away from finding a probable leveller. As in that passage of play, the net had been moved off his line. Just got collided into as the header back across goal was made. But it's all fine now. We're away again. Less than 5 minutes to play in the hour. That's across, and Chernish was interested but couldn't get there. Le Green. Christian Bijordo, been enterprising all day, and went inside a corner in another burst of pace. I'm not sure there'd be too many around the cerebral palsy football world that thought this game would still be up for grabs with 5 to play. And yet it is. One towards the middle. Flicked away by Sheramet, and out of play for a throw. Cortez spots the option out wide, and it's floated in high from Ramusi, and the shot was blocked. It got to a position for Bassi to be able to strike. Now for Le Green, who will receive back from Bassi. Argentina pushing hard, the cross blocked. Le Green sent all the way back to retrieve. Another ball that trying to be arced in. That one low and able to communicate was Kulinic. No problems for him there. A long ball again. It's been Ukraine's main avenue to goal. A long ball. Both their goals have started with balls upfield from their goalkeeper, which is something you don't always see. Balakai for Olelen. Back towards the halfway line. Sheramet. Olelen, who got the goal scoring going. And it's played across, and that'll seal it. And who else? Who else but Vitaly Romanchuk? When the game was on the line, he stands tall. And the 3 points will be going to Ukraine. There was doubt about it for a while, not so much now. It's a brace for him this morning, a third for the tournament right there and then. And Salou Ifcpf's charges will continue their tournament in the best possible fashion. And will definitely progress to the knockout stages in the top bracket. Not that that was under any real doubt, but just to officially confirm it, which this will. Bounces. Romasi outside of the foot. Oh, Legrin it was rather, who put a hand up to Romasi, who maybe was trying to find. As we move into 2 added minutes, and we'll see 2 changes for Ukraine. And Kshvalo and Vandenenko will be brought on here in a moment. Just forward of halfway for Ukraine. Brought down was Podolski, and now the changes will come. Anton Balakai will be taken off here as one of the 2. And the other one is Vitaly Romanchuk, who will take his leave. He'll do so after scoring a brace, a telling one that will help his country to all 3 points here. Free kick for Kshvalo will be his first touch of the game. And that's not one that he'll want to see again. Argentina quickly get things moving. Any goal now would be a consolation if they were to score it. They've lost the ball though. And Len, that was brilliant to try and get away from Legrin, but the ball in board was not so much. And Cortez played the ball down the left, but that'll do. Ukraine were tested, but the 3 points still find their way there. It was set up by Vitaly Romanchuk, whose brace was crucial. Ale Len got the opening goal before Romanchuk added a second just after half-time. Matthias Bassi scored a header to get Argentina's first of the game, but Vitaly Romanchuk's late one ensured that all 3 points would be going to Ukraine. Full time in game 1 of 3 here today. It is finished. Ukraine 3, Argentina 1. We'll shortly head down to Alex Pereño, who will conduct some post-match interviews, but for myself, Oliver Walker-Peel, that'll be it for now from me. See you just before 3 o'clock for the start of England and Brazil. I will see you then, but stay tuned for the post-match interviews that will be conducted shortly.
Al número 3, al jugador muy destacado de Ucrania. Hablaremos con Olem y por parte de Argentina tendremos al goleador a Matías Bassi. Así que sin más preámbulos nos vamos a buscar a los jugadores y vamos a ver sus impresiones. Escuchamos de fondo al gran Antonio Vilar, al gran Juanma Pineda, dar ya por finalizado, poner el broche final al partido. Vemos ya que viene con ese número 8, con Mati Bassi, el goleador de la Bueno, nos encontramos con Matías Bassi, el goleador, el artillero del gol que vemos en el marcador. Ahora me decía Matías, le he felicitado porque de verdad que pensamos que habéis hecho un buen partido, Matías, pero él me decía, es que son muy buenos, Alex, es que son muy buenos. Matías, buenos días.
¿Qué tal? No, la verdad, ya los conocemos, son un equipo que por algo son campeones del mundo, campeones de Europa, pero bueno, nosotros nos vamos contentos, sabemos que hicimos un buen trabajo, pero esto recién empieza y nada, es de acá para arriba y a seguir trabajando y seguir mejorando.
Es curioso que desde la banda la sensación que hemos tenido es Argentina hace un gran partido, vamos a decir que, a ver, entiéndeme, roza casi la perfección, ostras, pero sucumbe, pero pierde ante Ucrania. Parece que les hace falta muy poco para ganar el partido a los ucranianos y vosotros haciendo una prácticamente excelencia, pues no les habéis podido ganar, ¿no?
Sí, ya los conocemos, en este tipo de partidos se define por detalles y bueno, generamos ocasiones, tuvimos la pelota la mayor cantidad del tiempo, pero contra este tipo de equipo no podés equivocarte. Donde cometés un error, es un gol en contra y se vuelve todo cuesta arriba. Pero la verdad que contento por el rendimiento del equipo. Más allá de la derrota hay que saber separar los aspectos positivos y nada, nos vamos ya pensando en el partido del jueves y a seguir por este camino.
Esa es la última pregunta. El partido del jueves, madre mía, qué duelo ahí titánico. Bueno, ¿cómo ves el partido del jueves? España, Argentina, Argentina-España, 9:30 de la mañana. ¿Cómo lo ves, Matías?
No, hay que tomarlo con tranquilidad, a España también la conocemos, sabemos que es un gran equipo, pero bueno, nosotros estamos focalizados en nosotros y nada, como te dije recién, es de acá para arriba y vamos a ir a darlo todo el próximo encuentro.
Matías, muchas felicidades personalmente por tu partido, por ese gol, por ese chicharro. Y nada, también te deseo toda la suerte, ¿por qué no? Evidentemente para el jueves. Vamos a ver un gran partido, estoy seguro. Y nada, nos ha encantado la selección argentina. Muchas gracias y felicidades, Matías. Matías Bassi, el goleador de Argentina, que él decía que qué ganas tiene ya de que llegue el jueves. El jueves ese partido contra España y vamos a ver ahora si tenemos aquí al jugador ucraniano, a Olen Lem, yo creo que es un auténtico crack este hombre, ha hecho un gran partido como lo hizo con España. Le voy a pasar iba a decir el crono, el micro a mi compañero Paul y será el encargado de hacer la entrevista. Paul, todo tuyo.
Muchas gracias, Alex. Vamos a entrevistar a Olelen, uno de los goleadores ucranianos de hoy. This game was really close. Argentina managed to attack a lot in the game. Were you expecting this? And now that you're through the next round with the 2 victories, what are you expecting? And are you happy with the team?
Хочу сказати, з цією командою збірної Аргентини ми вже бачилися в 2022 році на чемпіонаті світу. Тоді команда також достойно грала, показувала гарну гру, гарно оборонялися, створювали швидкі атаки, але ми готувалися до цієї команди, так як і до всіх команд, і здобули перемогу. Хочу сказати, за 2 роки команда значно зросла, бистрі контратаки, гра на другому поверсі. На жаль, ми пропустили гол. Але мені вдалося забити моїм партнерам по команді, і ми виграли, і хочу подякувати команді за гру.
We have already played with this team in 2022, and now this team also showed a very good game. They played very They were very disciplined, and they were also defending well. They had fast attacks, but we were preparing for the game with this team as well as with the other teams. And we also would like to say that the team has grown a lot in these 2 years. They had very fast counterattacks. And we expected that the game would be not easy. Unfortunately, we missed a goal, as it showed with the goal in our with the goal to us. But thank God we managed to win, and I would like to thank my team as well for that.
All right, thank you, Ole. Thank you. Vamos a devolver el micro o el crono a Alex y despedimos para el siguiente partido.
No te vayas, Paul, porque aprovecho como siempre, vamos a cerrar tú y yo. Quería saber primero tu impresión de un partido que hemos visto. Como le decía yo a Matías Bassi, ostras, es que Argentina ha rozado casi la perfección, pero aún así es imposible, parece que sea imposible ganar al equipo de Ucrania, ¿no, Paul?
Duros de pelar, sí. Argentina me sorprendió que hicieran esta presión tan adelantada, porque cuando la haces o la intentas hacer te castigan mucho. En este caso también han tenido castigo porque han perdido y merecían más, pero esa valentía pues les puede ser un golpe sobre la mesa también de cara al resto del campeonato.
Yo creo que Argentina ha sido un equipo muy valiente, que ha plantado cara desde el primer minuto a Ucrania, sin miedo, sin pensar en las consecuencias, y bueno, en este caso pues le ha salido bien. Bueno, Paul, la pregunta que le vamos haciendo ya a todo el mundo, que el partido, yo creo uno de los partidos, ¿no? El jueves, 9:30 de la mañana, si no pueden venir a Salou, tienen ustedes que verlo por TV, por la televisión, recuerden, por los canales de la Federación Española de Parálisis Cerebral, y hablo no solamente para la gente de aquí de España, sino también para la gente de Argentina, porque se enfrentan España y Argentina. Paul, ¿qué esperas de ese partido? ¿Cómo ves el partido? Si tuvieses que apostar tu casa y tu bici, ¿por quién lo harías, amigo? ¿Qué me puedes decir?
Hombre, yo no voy a ir en contra de mis compañeros y amigos. Quiero que gane España, por supuesto. Ahora bien, sabemos de la dificultad, porque también en enfrentamientos anteriores, hace 2 años el más reciente, fue un buen partido de hecho probablemente la vez que España le compitió mejor a Argentina, y acabó ganando el albiceleste por 3-1. Habrá que recortar esta distancia, y se ha visto hoy que será difícil porque Argentina viene fuerte.
Viene muy fuerte, lo hemos visto, lo hemos comprobado en el partido contra Ucrania, y nada, ha sido una delicia de partido. Hemos empezado la mañana de qué manera. Ahora nos vamos a descansar un ratito, no hay partido el de las 12, pues al ser el grupo de España, el grupo A, un grupo solamente de 3 equipos, no hay ese partido que tocaría jugar, el segundo partido del grupo A. Nos vamos a ir a las 3 de la tarde, ¿dónde? Bueno, Paul, dile a la gente que tenemos, niño.
Pues el Joga Bonito de Brasil contra la disciplina y la fuerza de los Three Lions que se llaman, y bueno, de lo mejor que pueda haber hoy, por supuesto, y en toda la fase.
Está claro, Paul, lo mejor que puede haber los Three Lions contra la Samba, el jogo bonito de Brasil. Uno de los mejores partidos que se puede haber en el fútbol PC. Y nada, estaremos aquí a partir de las 3 de la tarde. Como siempre decimos, no nos cansamos. Vean deporte adaptado, vean deportes para personas con discapacidad y sobre todo vean fútbol PC. Y si es desde aquí, desde Salou en directo, perfecto. Que no pueden venir, lo entendemos, trabajo, cosas, no pasa nada. Hay una televisión, hay un ordenador, hay un móvil. Pongan ustedes YouTube, pongan ustedes los canales de la Federación de PC y allí pues nos podrán ver. Así que nada, nos despedimos, Paul, muchas gracias. Cogemos un poquito de fuerza, nos vemos un poquito antes de las 3, 2:30 de la tarde. Aquí estaremos, nos vamos, chao, hasta ahora, hasta luego.